Hello everyone, welcome to our YouTube channel. In today's video, we will discuss about one of the most important components of an automobile suspension. I am Abhishek and let's get started. The suspension system of an automobile is one which separates the wheel axle assembly from the body. The primary function of the suspension system is to isolate the vehicle structure from the shock and vibration due to irregularities of the road surface. So let's see the basic function of a suspension system in automobile. It controls spring and suspension movement, provide consistent handling and braking, prevent premature tire wear, help keep the tire in contact with the road, maintain dynamic wheel alignment, control vehicle bounce, roll, sway, drive and acceleration squads, reduce wear on other vehicle systems, promote even and balanced tire and brake wear. So now let's see the basic components of a suspension system. Basically there are four components. These are mechanism, bushing, spring and shock absorber. So one by one we will see each of them. Mechanism. The suspension mechanism might contain one or several arms that connects a wheel to body. They transfer all forces and movements in different direction between the vehicle body and ground. Now spring. Spring is usually a winding wire that have elastic properties. It supports the vehicle weights and makes the suspension tolerable for passengers. Shock absorbers. Shock absorbers are mechanical or hydraulic device to dampen impulses. Bushing. The bushing prevents the direct contact of two metal objects in order to isolate noise and minimize vibration. Now, we will look at the types of suspension. Basically, there are 6 or 7 types of suspension. These are solid or live axle, McPherson strut, double wishbone, multi-link, torsion beam, air suspension, and one more there is called hydraulic suspension. So, first of all, we will see the solid or live axle. A solid axle suspension, also called live axle or beam axle, houses the vehicle's differential inside the axle itself, connected the wheels by rigid half shafts. The entire axle moves as one. So, if a left wheel drops into a pothole, the right wheel moves upward in response. There are basically two types of solid axle suspension. You can see here, one is the leaf spring and the other is coil spring. These kind of suspension are basically used for carrying heavy loads. Also, they cost very less, hence they are usually used in big trucks, etc. The second type of suspension system we will look at is McPherson strut. The most widely used independent suspension system is the McPherson strut. Almost every passenger car today has this setup at the front and a simpler coil spring at the rear. McPherson strut includes a simpler assembly of coil, spring and a damper shock absorber. The task of the spring is to store the energy from a sudden jerk from the road. The damper uses hydraulic fluid to dissipate this energy in form of feet. Together, they restrict any unwanted movement of the car because of undulation of the road. One of the biggest advantage it offers is that it leaves a lot of space around the vehicle wheel hub open. This space is where the drive shaft is located. Cost, effect, Cost effectiveness and ease of maintenance are key features of this suspension set. Reliability because of less number of parts, less weight because of fewer components. It requires unibody design because the strut attaches directly to the vehicle body. Because of the same reason, it is not the best around the corner. It is not used in off-road vehicles because of limited movement of the strut. Double wishbone is the third type of suspension system we will look at. A double wishbone is an independent suspension design that can be found at the front, rear or all four wheels. This design offers several advantages, specifically in high performance on and off-road environment. The key benefit is that, unlike a similar McPherson strut setup, a double wishbone design does not significantly affect wheel camber with suspension travel. That means a consistent tire contact patch with the road, regardless of body roll or body bumps. Typically, this suspension system is found in luxury high-end cars. A number of vehicles also use the setup in off-roaders because the travel of suspension setup is long and it can take care of longer bumps and potholes with ease. The main disadvantage that don't allow this technology in all cars are cost and complexity. It involves more number of parts which are bit difficult and time consuming to maintain. Now the fourth type of suspension system we will see is the multi-link suspension. A multi-link design, usually with 4 or 5 arms known as links, allows an independently sprung wheel to combine both ride quality and handling. It is literally stiff, so a car thus equipped won't flop around through corners as much as other designs, but it also allows smooth independent movement of a wheel over even large bumps. Of course, nothing comes for free. Multi-link and double wishbone independent setups are the most expensive and complex, as well as taking up more space than the simpler and lighter torsion beam. The fifth type of suspension system is torsion beam suspension. Torsion bar is simple and ingenious as that a bar connecting both wheels that twist ever slow slightly under duress in order to give a degree of independence to each wheel's movement. Torsion bar takes up less vertical space than McPherson strut setup and less horizontal space than double wishbone and multi-link system, netting more room for humans in the cabin and their stuff in the boot. Torsion beam setups are relatively cheap and easy to manufacture and install and maintain, but they don't offer engineer anywhere near the amount of freedom to balance comfort, agility and stability as independent systems do. Because torsion bar offers less isolation than independent systems, they can also allow more noise, vibration and harshness to filter into cabin. Air suspension is the sixth type of suspension we will look at. Air suspension is powered by an electric or engine-driven air pump or compressor. This compressor pumps the air into a flexible bellow, usually made from a textile reinforced rubber. The air pressure inflates the bellow and raises the chassis from the axle. An air ride suspension may cost more to install in both time and money, but the better ride, the better fuel economy and the better handling will likely more than make up for it. It is more important to note that the air shocks are not the best choice for towing and payload leveling in serious situations. They are often used in Volvo buses and trucks. The seventh and last type of suspension system is the hydraulic suspension. A hydraulic suspension system uses 4 independent dampers with hydraulic fluid. One of the biggest advantages of hydraulic suspension for your vehicle is that it can produce a firmer ride. Hydraulics are also very responsive and can react quicker than most other suspension systems. These are basically used in cars shown in this figure. This was all for today. Thank you very much.